Hi, everyone. Welcome to the 11th episode of the Girls Peace Talk. I'm Ahmed from Maldives, and I'm a youth ambassador for the GPI. And today I'm here with my partner.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 11th episode of the GPI. Here with you, Perizat Urazmetova from Uzbekistan, with my partner, Ahmed.
Yeah, the Girls Peace Talk is an informal conversation amongst us about, challenges that girls face in societies, using real examples from our lives. And today we're going to be talking about illiteracy amongst women around the world, which is actually a huge problem. Don't you agree?
Yes, actually, this problem is considered to be very crucial in this world as it contributes to both the development of the society and the whole world, I can say. Illiteracy, if we care about this problem, I mean the illiteracy problem among women, illiteracy can open up so many opportunities for girls, for women as well, for their empowerment. As well as I have to mention the fact that it literally leads to the improved maternal competence, and it helps for the women to work, to nourish, to empower themselves in the society.
Yeah, I mean, it's not only important for just women, but it's also important for society as a whole because countries with higher literacy rates are actually more successful. So it's frustrating to watch half the society, which are women, not get the education that they deserve. What is it like in your country for women?
Well, actually, in my country, we don't face this problem very often. But although this problem is not so common in our country, some places in our country, like regional places, need to be cared, need to be coped with this problem. In my country, mostly in the Muslim world, mostly girls don't attend to schools, because their parents don't let them go there because they are boys, and they don't allow them sometimes. And that is why this is considered to be the problem, that they are not getting education, they are not getting educated, and they want, without the permission of their father and mother, they cannot even get the education. We have to cope with this problem in my country. And how about in your country?
Well, in Maldives, actually, it's mandatory to attend school for both girls and boys. And actually, there's a higher literacy rate for women than men. So there are more literate women in this country.
Right.
So I'm very lucky to be here in this country. So yeah, it's not really a problem. I mean, of course, there are small communities with harsher views on this, but generally speaking, it's great. I mean, we all get the chance to go to school to learn how to read and write, basic education. There's equal opportunities. But unfortunately, not everybody is as lucky, right? We're both very lucky.
Yes, especially in the developing countries, some women don't even have the access to the education. And this is mainly because there are not enough schools or their parents don't let them go. That's why we have to consider these problems as well. And I have to mention that educated women really can acquire even the knowledge about contraception. It means they can get really general knowledge of how to bring up the children, how to care about their future, how to start their even business. I mean, if the woman is not educated, the country, the society will not benefit from it. Because women also play a biggest role in the society, in the world, in the country as a whole.
Well, women are half of the society, right? So if half of the society isn't getting education, it's not going to be successful. Women can do maybe even more than men can, if given the opportunity, but we're just not, most of us aren't given the opportunity to. It's because of the way it's been for ages now, right?
Mm-hmm. And we also have to mention the fact that illiterate women and women and girls, how to say, with minimal education, concentrate mostly on low-paying jobs in low-end occupations in informal sectors. And we have to consider this as well. There is no occupational mobility for these women due to these restricted choices.
Well, yes, it's actually, it closes off the opportunities that you can get in the future. So it ruins their future, but it also affects the country as a whole. Like, so it is a major problem in some places, even though we're both not that unfortunate. So yeah.
Yes, if we consider the parliaments, deputy parliaments, or the places which are very higher on the occupational rate, they don't take women a lot because they believe that women cannot do that much. Women are not so clever to complete this task, to implement this task, to accomplish this task. And if we consider let be the entrepreneurship and business matters, women are not leading in these spheres as well. Women are always staying at home, taking care of their children, and doing the households. They are staying this way, and we have to tackle this problem.
Yeah, I mean, like, women are just as capable to work. I mean, there's no rule saying that women can't work. It's just like this stereotype that exists. It's nothing more than discrimination. It's not that they're actually incapable. They're more than capable. It's just people won't let them do it. So I think more women should be encouraged to, take risks like that, start their own businesses, aim higher. But mostly, like, when they're young, they're told, oh, you can't do this. You have to stay at home, take care of the children, cook and clean. So they're not encouraged to. That's why this problem has existed, right?
Yeah, right. And I think by educating women, especially making them brave, making them clever, we will, we will take these burdens. We will take these burdens and make them, they can live their lives as they want. And it is highly necessary on the part of the nation to make women educated. Education leads the women towards equality and improvement, which in turn helps development of a nation. And women are educators of the next generation, as we consider. And it is through them that innovations and other things can be introduced, and it enables them to take part in the modern life, to do their business. And I think literate and educated women change their image within the society, and it will help also to change the traditions time by time.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like as much of a problem as it was before, but we're kind of like ignoring all the smaller communities with these kind of problems. We're like, oh no, we don't have that problem here, so why do we care about it? But the thing is, even those of us who are lucky, we should also advocate for this, because advocate for the rights of other women out there who don't get this education. So I think we both should also do what we can. So that's why we're doing this peace talk, right? That's why we chose this topic.
Yeah. As you have mentioned, the more women in your country are more educated than men. This is mainly because I think women can really concentrate on their studies if they are given the chance. They can study better than men if they are given the opportunity to study. And we have to consider this, Angel, as well. Well, I would like to mention some of the programs in our country which are being introduced, which are being organized for the sake of the women, for the sake of their empowerment. And I have really tried 2 of these programs, and they are aimed at empowering the women and raising the voice of the women in the society as a whole. I think in other countries which are suffering from the illiteracy of women in their country, we have to implement such kind of projects, such kind of programs, I think. And it will not help that much, but it will be a little bit change. By little, we can achieve our goal, I think.
Well, yeah, but even the smallest affections can actually make a huge difference in the end. I mean, if we find the courage to do something small, and then on a large scale, we can do a lot more than we could possibly imagine. So, I mean, I think we need to like shed these fears and just go for it and fight for it. There's no point in being scared. I mean, this fear is what has caused us to be oppressed for so many years, right?
Yeah. And also, I have to mention one sphere which in which women are not literally involved. It's technology, information technology sphere. And I am wondering why mostly women are not included in this in this sphere, and why only men are doing good in these spheres. How do you think? What's your point of view?
Well, I guess it's all stereotype, you know? I mean, it's like, doesn't it sound like something someone would be like, oh no, information technology, that's very not girly. Why would you go for that? It sounds like something someone would say if you were to tell them that you were going to choose that, right? So it's just stereotype. You know, there are some jobs that are considered feminine and others that are considered masculine, but that's all just stereotypes. Doesn't mean anything.
Yes, literally. Women also can do better than men if they are given the chance, as I have mentioned.
Yeah.
We have to tackle this sphere as well, because if, as you know, information technology is becoming one of the major spheres in this world. Women also should take the lead. Why only men?
Yeah, I mean, it's information technology is like a huge part. It's a huge part of this world, you know, now, and it's in every aspect of your life, right? Information technology can come in handy like anytime. So it's very frustrating that women aren't like encouraged to go for that, you know? They're actually kind of discouraged from going for certain careers, and that's also stereotypes, all stereotypes.
Yes. I'd like to mention one statistics. I think in India, I have just recently read. I think India has the highest illiterate rate, about 287 million people, and most of them are women. That is awful.
It is.
And also,
it is.
Also there are some countries like Middle Eastern countries like Saudi Arabia, Oman, Qatar, Bahrain. All of them are included in this list. That is so tragic.
It is very tragic. I mean, it's a shame for the countries too, because, you know, it's dragging them down. Countries with low literacy rates, they're actually less successful, aren't they? Have you noticed that?
Yeah. They are mostly taking care of their children, doing the households and cooking the meal for their husbands. They are just staying illiterate, and they have to change this tradition. They have to change the stereotypes.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with staying at home and stuff, but that doesn't mean that you can't get an education, right? That doesn't mean that they can't do it.
Yeah.
I mean, doesn't mean that stuff is only for women and they should stay home. They shouldn't be allowed to go to school or work. That nobody actually believes that. It's just like we agree with it because it's the easiest option. It's existed for centuries. So we just say, yeah, women can't do that. And then we leave them at home.
Yes, because from the early age, we are teaching boys to discriminate girls. To discriminate the value of girls. These problems are coming from this inequality between men and women.
Yeah, I mean, how many boys are told like at a young age, like, yo, no, don't cry. Crying is very girly. That's for girls. Like, honestly, it's kind of leading them to view women as like the weaker gender, but that's not true. Not at all.
Yes, and I have seen many girls, like in families, if there are one girl and one boy, parents always care about their boys' education rather than their girls. Like, girl, daughter, you should do this one. Boy, just stay here and study better, get better grades. And this is happening all the time.
I know, it's like they think that like the boy is the only one who's capable of it, right? Capable
Yeah.
of studying. I mean, honestly, it's not like as huge of a problem here in Maldives as I said before, but I've heard that, I've seen from the internet, I've read the articles, it's a problem in places, but maybe not here, but it is a problem that needs to be addressed.
Yes. In this point, women should get independence. Women should be independent in making their choice, whether to study or whether to stay here, or they should decide about their future, not their parents, not other people. It is only in their hands to make their future bright and better.
Yeah, I mean, what right does like society have to tell a woman what to do and what not to do with their life? They don't have any right. Maybe the parents, when they're younger, and like, oh, go study hard, maybe encourage, being independent in the future, and maybe not like discourage that, maybe not discourage building a career, make them want to be successful, make them want to do something with their lives.
Yes, I have also read that there is a high marriage rate at the early age of girls, and that is also the problem. The girls cannot get higher education because they are getting married early, because they are becoming mothers early. They cannot take all of these things, and it is not mostly it is not their choice, it's their parents.
Yeah, I mean nobody should be able to force someone to marry young when they don't want to. Maybe if it's their choice, then let them, but like they shouldn't be forced, They want to get education, let them get education.
Yeah, there were so many things like women or girls were how to say, were made to marry at their early age because of their parents' decision, because how to say, their parents always think that the girl is the one, after growing up, they should take care of their family, they should have children early. They don't care about education, they think about just how to avoid their goals.
Yeah, it's like they're trying to make them like look perfect, There's this perfect image, the perfect wife, the perfect mother. I mean that's all not true, but that's what parents are trying to make their children. That's what you're saying, right? Not trying to give them education. Yeah, it is a problem, but a lot of us are ignoring it, aren't we?
Yeah. Well, the one more effective way I think that leads the women to get education is their fathers or mothers, parents' encouragement to study from the early age, and giving them additional knowledge apart from the school, like extracurricular courses, extracurricular activities. They should not only care about their boys, their sons, but also their daughters. They have to understand this thing.
Yes, they should. Yeah, parents actually play a huge role in this, don't they? They should be the ones to tell their daughter that like their value doesn't depend on whether they get married early or not. It depends on how hard they work to get their goals, to reach their goals, right? So parents should be teaching little girls how to be ambitious and work hard, not to look pretty for a man.
Yeah. That has been developed from the early ages. I mean, seeing the girl that she should marry early, she shouldn't get so much knowledge. That was coming from our early ages. That has already become the tradition. We have to break the stereotypes. We have to renew these traditions. I mean, everyone should have the equal opportunity to education.
Yeah, I mean, okay, compared to like in the past, we've actually come really far, right? In most of the countries, it's compulsory for both boys and girls to go to school. So parents can't be like, oh no, she's a girl, she can't study. They can't keep them home. They have to, or they'll be breaking the law. It's compulsory. So I think we've come really far in that aspect. That doesn't mean that there aren't still people who are refusing to give girls education. So, but we also have to note the progress, just not there yet.
Yes, there were a huge progress. Like, as we have mentioned, in India there is a high illiteracy rate, but in the recent years, they have been taking some measures, and it has been improved for about 22%. I mean, the 22% of the rest of the women started attending school, getting education, getting access to education. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. In other countries, such measures are also being implemented, and I hope in the future we will have the bright future where women and men are equal, and both are very literate, and both are leading in every sphere. Both are equal.
Yeah, I mean, it's compulsory already for girls and boys both to attend school in this country, and in like almost all the countries. I mean, there are only a few communities and few nations that actually don't allow girls to go to school, or leave that to the parents to decide, right?
Yeah.
But we're not quite there yet. I mean, we have to also like get rid of these small communities that believe girls shouldn't get education. We can't say that we've succeeded or that there is no discrimination against girls when there are still people who believe that girls can't get like basic education or learn the knowledge of how to read and write.
Yes, apart from learning how to read and write, they have to go for sports, like they have to train their bodies. They, have to go to extracurricular courses, learn languages, go travel around the world, and make up for themselves a better career, a better future. Yeah, these things are very important.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah. Although
yeah,
a lot of yeah, continue.
Yeah, I mean, like, well, those who want to do that, who want to travel. I mean, there are people who want to like start families at a young age, you know, people who want to stay home, who don't actually want to like go work. That's okay. We shouldn't be shaming like the ones who want to stay at home, but we also should be encouraging like people to do what they want, to women to do what they want, to figure that out for themselves, instead of like people telling them, oh, you should do this, do that. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah. Actually, I can take so many examples. Like my best friend, I can see my best friend lives in the valleys in the small community, and there she says everyone is getting married early. Everyone around me is pushing me to get married early, and it also, I think, depends on the community. If the community is surrounded by the people, if the community is surrounded by the people who underestimate the power of women, other girls do not have the chance but listen to them.
Yeah, and we should encourage them. We should be the ones to tell them that they can do it. Someone has to. If their community isn't encouraging them, then those of us who are lucky should.
Okay, furthermore, there should be some steps that must be implemented, that must be taken, like not only the community, not only the government should take action, but also we individuals have to make the right decisions. And we I am a girl, and I have to make the right decision for my life. And it depends on the individuals as well. And when it comes to the governments and society's actions, they should encourage this. They should motivate the young ladies, the young girls to study hard. They should give them access to the education, not underestimating the power of them. And in the in choosing the jobs, girls also should get the access, should be motivated and encouraged to work in whatever they want, to pursue their careers in the sphere that they want. There shouldn't be stereotypes, there shouldn't be restrictions in them. And I think the government and community can do this. And they, I think, on the other hand, they have, furthermore, they have to, it would be good if they will make some kind of programs in which women can exchange their views about the how to say, about education or about their life, about their career, and that would benefit all of them, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, these like creating these programs, they sound like such a like easy and simple thing to do, right? But they actually make a huge difference. They can actually empower a lot of girls out there. So yes, the community should definitely work on stuff like that. So we can all work on it as individuals, as a community and a nation, and also globally at all levels. We should work on this.
Yes.
And maybe one day girls will get all the opportunities that boys have.
Yes, that would be cool, and they won't be illiterate anymore. And we have chosen this topic because we do think that education should get, girls should get, humans should get education, and they shouldn't be left illiterate in this world. So, and by this, we can open so many opportunities to them. We will not only improve the life of human, but also the society, the government, the world as a whole. And by taking a little steps, we can reach our aim. We can achieve this. Okay, Eba, our episode has come to its end. And what is your last message to the audience?
Well, this has been a very, very exciting opportunity for me, and I hope that we've shared some useful ideas, some useful information and insight to everyone who's watching this, and that they can learn something from this, because I know I have learned a lot from this. What about you, Perizat?
Well, yes, as you mentioned, I think our speech was very insightful, and I am very glad to be partner with you in this episode. And I hope in the future, those who watch this episode will take into account our views and the information, the speech we talked, and it was very pleasure to take part in this episode with you.